AI art is not art. Allow me to explain. Now, I think I should first start with AI artists, because I want to first demonstrate that even if it was art, the term AI artist would still be nonsense, and I'm going to demonstrate that by providing an analogy. Let's remove AI from the equation for a second and imagine you order an art piece from an actual artist. Even if you describe how you want it in very extensive detail, doesn't matter. At the end, when the artist finishes drawing, the art piece isn't your art. It's that artist's art. So, even if you think AI art is art, which I disagree with, that would then make the AI the artist, and the person using it a commissionaire, if anything. So, trying to make the argument that AI artists' art is legitimate because it takes so much effort to write the prompt is missing the point entirely because it's not the same. It's the difference between ordering a custom meal from a chef and actually making it yourself. It doesn't matter how hard it was to make the recipe, it's not cooking. It's like equating apples to oranges. It just isn't the same thing, no matter how hard you try. Now, about AI art itself, personally, I think it lacks the passion, imagination, or even basic effort to be true art. Now, I think here I should start with the effort part since I mentioned it just now. Again, even if you thought real hard about that prompt, it's not the same as real artistry. You didn't have to lift a pen, virtual or physical, to make it. You weren't in any kind of real control, even. You really couldn't really predict or control the way the image turned out at all. It's not your self expression, it's a computer's interpretation of a text prompt. Now, about the passion and imagination. It seems like a lot of people misunderstand how these systems work. Like saying that when given a prompt, they scour through their databases to find an image that matches just about the most, and then just alter it slightly or something, and thus it's all stealing, which is a different conversation that I don't want to get into that just yet. That they mash up, glue together images, so to say, or something else. They work in a different way to those. To my understanding, they are fed, so to say, mountains and mountains of data to slowly learn what the key details to make their own images. So for example, when you give them a prompt when you give them a prompt like a donut, they trained on probably millions and millions and millions, kind of sounded like Trump for a second, millions and millions and millions of images of donuts, produce their own image that they think best resembles what a donut is. I know I didn't articulate it in the best way I could, but hopefully I've conveyed my thoughts clearly enough so you can understand what I'm saying. So while the final result may resemble what you prompted, it's still just other images averaged out, so to say. It lacks any kind of real imaginativeness, any kind of originality. They may be able to mimic it, pretend like they got it, but they don't. And about passion, well, again, none of this is made with any kind of passion. It mimics passion, but it's empty. And so, for example, if I see AI art on a poster or advertisement or whatever, I feel quite disgusted, lied to even. Wouldn't you too? I mean, none of this is real or human. It pretends to. It's right in the uncanny valley. And also, that they never disclose it. This is what also pisses me off a lot. I would at least have some respect for admitting it. But here, it feels like I'm being scammed. I recently saw this ad, personal experience, for an English learning thing, some app, and it had an AI woman advertising it. And Jesus Christ, that thing was the most horrifying, uncanny valley thing I've seen in a while. Why am I supposed to give you any kind of my trust if you can't even get a real human to read the darn script? And here the AI art supporters might make some kind of point like this. Now, I know these are memes, but I've genuinely seen this kind of point brought up a lot by these sorts of people. Basically, you only hate it because it's AI. Well, yes, that's literally the entire point. The reason people treat art and AI art so differently is because, well, for example, when a person makes an abstract art piece, there's intention behind it. Those strokes are made with meaning. But when an AI makes it, there is literally none to be found. It's literally just random jumbled up nonsense. That really does make all the difference. So you can understand why learning that something you thought was human, real, authentic was AI is very jarring. It's like learning that you've been scammed. Perhaps not out of your money, but of your trust, and that can hurt just as much. To say there is no difference, and who cares, is in my mind to basically admit you couldn't give less of a about how what you consume was made, and basically admit you would just consume it anyway, which to me is quite disrespectful to yourself, isn't it? Now about potential solutions. Personally, my biggest gripe with the people who go against AI is that they don't ever propose any kind of real solution or just in general what they want done about these issues. Like, okay, I get it, it sucks, it really does suck, but what do you want to happen? Personally, I'd propose either platforms implement this at base or maybe this be done as some kind of extension. Filter out AI content from human content. Maybe have a setting distinguishing whether you want to have content made only entirely with AI or even just partially with AI filtered out. That's the solution I proposed in my last video regarding AI. And also, on a side note, I'm very, very thankful for all your support. Thank you very much. Or, for example, have AI content have like a watermark in the corner, so when you see it, you don't have to second guess whether it's real or not. Now, I know, okay, I get it. These solutions are far from perfect. I really get it, okay? You can criticize them as much as you wish. I welcome civil criticism, for without realizing your mistakes, you can never improve, and I really do want to improve. But at least it's something. It's something to discuss. It's putting something on the table, something, anything. And I think that needs to be done if this is to be fixed. You can provide your own proposals. I really do want to have a discussion. Feel free. Now, YouTube has recently added this new wonderful feature that I, to be perfectly frank, think is extremely basically, with AI, videos are now automatically dubbed. And not just the audio, but the title, the description, everything. It's really, really annoying because you have to manually turn it off instead of turning it on. There was exactly one single time this feature helped me. One. And it was when I randomly got this Japanese video recommended to me and used it to understand what it was about. Aside from that one single exception, it was nothing but a pain. So, when I was informed that without my consent this was turned on my channel, I turned it off immediately. And I think this is a perfect moment, a perfect time to give my personal principles when it comes to using AI crystal clear. I don't and won't use it on my channel, because this channel is, in a way, as I said, an expression of myself. And that's what I want it to be. I really do. My opinions, my work, done my way. And using AI just taints that whole thing, in my opinion. I also want to be trustworthy, and trust is earned. And I want to be crystal clear on my stance on this. And also, if I ever change my mind and decide to use it, I will make it crystal clear, either stating it in the video, in the title, in the description, just somewhere putting it that this is AI, so that there is no trust being broken, because I really, really do care about that, okay? And I don't care that I could have, maybe with the big asterisk, maybe, made this video a little faster with AI. But I didn't, and I won't. This is my video, my principles. And also, I didn't use ChatGPT to write this or any other script. So if I sound weird, well, yeah, that's not AI. That's just me. Hello, this is editing me here. So I've decided to re-record this part. So basically, this is about the big announcement. Well, first off, I now have a Buy Me a Coffee account. So if you want to support me and what I do financially, you now know how. And second, I've made a Discord account so that if you are any kind of creator, you can reach out and we can agree on a collaboration. Maybe like a small appearance, maybe voicing of a segment, maybe whatever. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you someday in my next videos. Have a great day. Bye.